Hello and welcome back. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and share this video so that no one misses this jaw-dropping political update from Zimbabwe. What we are talking about today is something that has sent shockwaves through Harare, left the region buzzing, and had social media lighting up like never before. President Emmerson Mnangagwa, the man who rose to power in 2017 after the dramatic fall of Robert Mugabe, has reportedly handed over power. Yes, you heard that right, Zimbabwe. The chapter may have just closed on Mnangagwa's reign, and Zimbabweans are scrambling to understand what really happened, who takes over, and what this means for the country's political future. It all began with whispers in the corridors of power. For weeks, there had been speculation that Mnangagwa's grip on the presidency was slipping. Tensions between him and his deputy, General Constantino Chiwenga, have been no secret, with repeated rumors that the military strongman was eyeing the top job. Then, almost out of nowhere, reports emerged that Mnangagwa had officially stepped aside, triggering an avalanche of speculation and celebration in some quarters while sending shockwaves of uncertainty through others. Sources close to State House claim the handover was not part of a planned, smooth transition. Instead, it came amid mounting pressure from within ZANU-PF, disgruntled war veterans, and powerful figures in the security sector who had grown increasingly frustrated with Mnangagwa's leadership. The economy is in tatters, the Zimbabwe dollar continues to plummet, and corruption scandals have stained the president's image. The combination of political discontent and economic collapse appears to have been too much to withstand. Eyewitnesses describe a tense, high-level meeting that lasted late into the night, attended by top army generals, senior ZANU-PF members, and a handful of Mnangagwa's closest allies. The outcome, according to multiple insiders, was a mutual agreement that the president would hand over the reins of power immediately to ensure what they called national stability and party unity. The moment news broke, Harare's political air shifted. Some neighborhoods erupted into song and dance, with citizens celebrating what they saw as the end of an era they had grown tired of. Others, however, were more cautious, warning that whoever takes over might not bring the change people are hoping for. Across the border in South Africa, regional analysts wasted no time dissecting the move. Was this really a voluntary handover or a thinly veiled palace coup? Those familiar with Zimbabwean politics know that power is rarely surrendered without some form of force or backroom deal. Chiwenga's name is already at the top of the list of possible successors, but other figures within the ruling party are believed to be angling for the role, setting the stage for a potential internal battle that could shake ZANU-PF to its core. On the streets, Zimbabweans are split. Some believe this is the moment the country has been waiting for, a chance to rebuild, to finally address the economic crisis, and to create opportunities for the millions who have fled abroad in search of work. Others are deeply skeptical, warning that simply swapping one leader for another from the same political circle is unlikely to bring real reform. The phrase "old wine in new bottles" is trending online as people debate whether this transition is genuine change or just political theater. Meanwhile, social media is in overdrive. Videos purporting to show celebrations outside key government buildings have gone viral, along with unverified clips of Mnangagwa leaving a meeting surrounded by security. Memes, satire, and fiery political commentary are flooding Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp groups, with Zimbabweans at home and in the diaspora weighing in on what this means for the country's future. Internationally, the news has sparked cautious reactions. Some foreign governments are reportedly watching closely to see if this transition will lead to free and fair elections or if it will simply entrench the same power structures that have governed Zimbabwe for decades. Diplomats from neighboring countries are said to be quietly engaging with both Mnangagwa's camp and potential successors to ensure stability and avoid any sudden unrest. For Mnangagwa himself, the future is uncertain. Will he retire quietly, living out his days away from the public eye, or will he remain a power broker behind the scenes, influencing the direction of the government from the shadows? Given his long history in Zimbabwean politics and the fact that he has survived numerous political storms, it would be unwise to assume he is simply fading away. Some sources even suggest he secured immunity deals and protections as part of the handover agreement, ensuring his safety and that of his family. The timing of this development couldn't be more critical. Zimbabwe is facing one of its toughest economic periods in modern history, with inflation eating away at salaries, shortages of basic goods, and a restless population growing tired of endless promises. Whoever takes over will inherit a nation on the brink, and the choices they make in the coming weeks could define Zimbabwe's trajectory for years to come. At the same time, opposition parties are already seizing the moment, calling for an urgent national dialogue, fresh elections, and a genuine break from ZANU-PF dominance. Nelson Chamisa and other opposition leaders are positioning themselves as the alternative, urging Zimbabweans not to be fooled by what they call cosmetic leadership changes. The political arena is heating up fast, and with emotions running high, the potential for unrest cannot be ignored. For ordinary Zimbabweans, though, the concern remains the same: will this power shift put food on the table, create jobs, and end the suffering? Or will it simply be another chapter in the long saga of political games at the top while the masses struggle at the bottom? As one Harare street vendor put it in a video making the rounds, they can change leaders every year, but until they change how they run this country, nothing will change for us. Whether this was a graceful handover, a strategic retreat, or a political ousting, one thing is certain: the Mnangagwa era may have come to an end, but the story of Zimbabwe's leadership is far from finished. The next few days will be critical, as the nation and the world watch to see who takes the oath, who commands the loyalty of the security forces, and whether Zimbabwe is on the verge of renewal or simply another round of the same old game. This is history in the making, and the ripple effects will be felt not just in Harare but across southern Africa. And as always in Zimbabwean politics, expect the unexpected, because if there's one thing we've learned, it's that in this country, the political script can flip overnight. I can also craft you a catchy YouTube title and description for this piece so it draws maximum attention.